Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Man, oh man. Look, I was not expecting it to look like this morning. So, yesterday's video is not even, I hadn't even started to build it. I had a computer problem, so I had to kick to the backup iPad, but by the time I finally gave up with my issue, it was too late. I just got the files on the old iPad Pro, the old 10.5 inch, and I'll have two videos to build tonight. I'll have yesterday's and today's. Dang. Anyway, Sparky. The computer problems go on, and it all comes from that Garmin dash cam and a write protected files, and then the nightmare ensued. What? Oh,
a little ball right here. You walk right past.
Oh yeah. See, I thought she was doing something different.
No,
doing her little morning ritual.
Yep.
All right. Well, it just got a different look. You know how the sun is moving towards summer solstice slowly but surely. Each morning the light has a different look to it, you know. I like that the sun's up so early as well. I think we've gained way more in the morning than we have at night.
Yeah.
But still, very nice. Summer's coming. My iPad Pro 12.9, this is my 10.5. All the stuff is on that. This one I have to use today, maybe even tonight. My computer woes.
I know, that's messed up.
Yeah, and it's the goofiest thing too. Well, they're a little woman with the blinding sun.
It is bright.
While the sun lasts, enjoy it.
Yes.
It's beautiful at the moment.
It is. It just feels good.
Heck yeah, man.
Just can't look directly in it.
Yeah. Ooh, look at them blue skies. All right,
Purdy.
we'll start our day.
All right.
Love you. See you. Bye. Bye-bye. There's Ryan on the forklift. So I'm restoring this one from the old one just in case the corrupted files somehow or another get carried over from this one's old backup. But they're both set up the same, so won't hurt a thing. Just gotta wait for all the apps to download now. It's funny because it's backing up from the old iPad. It's using one of the old backdrops, wallpapers. But I'll change all that once all these apps finish downloading. So, look at this. It was sunshiny, but I got sidetracked and the next storm's coming in, so it's not totally sunny, but at least we'll get a ride in. So, what do you think about that? The old... Let's see if I can explain this as fast as I can about what happened last night. This actually goes back a few weeks or a couple weeks or whatever. So when you save on a dash cam, when you save a file, you reach up, push the button, and it'll save a video. So it saves 3 minutes of video. But I think it gets like 2 minutes before and a minute after, or maybe it's just a minute and a half one way, you know, either end of from when you hit the button, however it is. Well, some of those video clips that I used for you guys, 7 clips in, I realized that when you know, I check LumaFusion every once in a while, which is the video editing app I use on the iPad Pro and my phones and everything. But anyway, I noticed that there was a bunch of cache in there. I'm like, holy moly, because these things are just shy of a gigabyte each for 3 minutes of footage. So I try to clean it and it says I don't have permission. So I go into files, you know, which is just like Windows Explorer in the PC world. Go in there, so I find where LumaFusion is holding on to them in a project cache, you know. So I go to delete them It says, I do not have permission to delete these. So I'm like, what's going on? So I look at the files, you know, because I back everything up on hard drives, but it sits on a PC for a little bit first. So I look at the properties of the files, and they're read-only files, which makes sense because those cameras just run in a loop. And as you run out of memory, it starts deleting the oldest file first and goes forward until they're all gone. Well, because they're... I'm going to cut in front of this car because this guy is like on my butt. Jeez. What is fundamentally wrong with people? How in your head is that a good idea to tailgate a guy on a small motorcycle? I just don't... you guys know. It just baffles the mind. But anyway, I was thinking, I'm going, you know, I know what's going on. They're locked down. The files are locked down. So I go find those files on my PC. Sure enough, read only. I said, that makes sense, because when it goes through the loop, it doesn't want to delete the ones you've saved. So, okay, so cool. I just need to change the properties of the files, you know, in Apple or iPad OS, and delete the files, and they're done. No, I don't have access to that, and I can't figure out how to get access to that. I can see the properties of it, but I can't change the fact that there's a read-only video file. Well, there's 7 of these things, 3 minutes apiece, and I think it's 862 megabytes, so it's basically a gigabyte a pop. So I get the wild idea, well, it's just a project folder that's holding these files in LumaFusion, so I just delete the project folder. As soon as you do the next project, LumaFusion rewrites a new project folder, and it caches, you know, the videos. When you stack your videos in the timeline, it holds them there, you know, getting ready to crunch them when you're down at the end. Files are gone. Fantastic. So like a day or two later, I look at, you know, my photo stream, and I'm like, what the heck is all these? There's 14 files. Well, I realize it's 7 files entered in there twice. I go, well, that's just weird as heck. What is going on here? So I delete them, and then I go into the recently delete. I just, you know, cache them out of the iPad, and then over time they keep coming back. Well, it's progressively getting worse. Like, I start a project, and before I do, I mean, it got up to where it's like 60 of these things just repeated. 1 through 7, 1 through 7, 1 through 7, 1 through 7. It just keeps doing it. And what are you doing down there? Oh, utility guys. But anyway, last night there was an update, and for Apple or iPad OS, and for the phones too, so for iOS. And it was just a bunch of like connection, little piddly things. You know, it was a small, you know, it's like 280 megabytes. I mean, it's a super small update. Once I did that update, I go back and I start to build yesterday's video. And as soon as I open up photos, I can see the little icon for recent. You know, you got all the folders in your My Photos, and I can just see that thing flipping almost like a slow-moving video, going frame, 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 frame. I'm like, what is that? And I realize it's the icons of those videos. Well, about 2,000 copies of those 7 videos show up, and I deleted them. They're about 800. When they get to about 800, you know how you can swipe them all, and I delete them all. Well, all of a sudden it stopped. I'm like, hey, I didn't run any of the videos to see if it was actually the video, but I thought maybe it's just the thumbnails. And when I did that update, it did a deeper clean, and that's over time, over the last several weeks. That's how many times I thought it was just thumbnails. I didn't think it was actually a video. Of Because what's weird is my memory on the iPad is not diminishing. You can go into, you know, about and look at your memory. While these things are repeating themselves in there, it's not building on the, it's not lowering the memory. So it's almost like it's just a link to those 7 files that, and the link is getting repeated. It's like, what the heck? So it finally stopped. So I'm editing along about halfway through yesterday's video, and all of a sudden, you know, I get, you know, the swirly thing like it's waiting to do something. I'm like, you don't get that on iPad Pros. I mean, them things are faster than even Apple's own fancy new 16-inch. I mean, super fast. If you ever edited videos on an iPad, you know what I'm talking, or just use one, period. The new iPad Pro. Wow. Lightning fast. But anyway, slowing that thing down, and then the LumaFusion's not reacting. So I thought LumaFusion's doing something weird. So I kick out, go back in. Same problem. I restart, do a hard restart on the iPad. Nothing. So I thought, well, I'm stuck. So I have to use my old iPad. Well, I haven't used that thing in a while, so things that I have set, I gotta like reset everything, copy the files over to the older iPad, the old 10.5, and man, by the time I get the files copied to it, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I've spent hours trying to figure out and researching how to get rid of those things, and so I did a full hard reset on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. And she's sitting in there happy and ready to go, and whatever the funk was of those copyright or right protected 7 video files, they gone. And I did something different too. Instead of, you know, backing it up from an old backup of that iPad Pro, I backed it up as the 10.5 iPad Pro. I have all the same apps and everything on there, so I just need to change the name to it, because the name of it will be whatever it was, 10.5. Crazy though, man. So anyway, and I've been busy, you know. I thought, well, of all days, should be dead today, you know. I'll sit down, I'll crunch that video out. So I realized I'm not going to do it, so I left a little Facebook post saying, I'm going to have to build 1536 and today's 1537 videos tonight. So I got a long night ahead of me tonight. Because oh Lord, it's already 2:15. Ain't enough time. I won't get what I gotta get done. So we are on a lovely G310R. We didn't talk about that at all, did we? Been going through because you know, they haven't left anywhere, so I'm, you know, making the service information current and checking tire pressures. This one had I questioned the gas that was in it, so I sucked the gas out and put fresh gas in it, and taking her for a test ride. And here we are. You guys want to do a quick little walkie? Let's walk around this beauty. You to open the shield up. I feel like I'm confined in a closed area here. Oh yeah, air. Those things are so cool. What a fun motorcycle. It's funny, you meet the customers that own them, and they just rage on them. It's so much fun. And do they sell? Holy moly. These things are like little Honda dirt bikes, man. They just, they're out. For all the ones we sell. You get these people go, I wouldn't have anything built in India. Well, too bad for you. Missing out on something cool. They've been stone reliable. Had a breather problem with the one. That was it. It's just amazing. I just barely get on. It's amazing the pull this 310 has. It's very, very nice. I mean, it pulls away so good, and I'm not on it at all. You don't. It's not one you gotta wring its neck out to get going, you know. I mean, obviously, it's not gonna have like a 1200 boxer feeling to it. You'd be a knucklehead if you thought it would. But for a 310 single, man, nice. I'd ride the wheels off of this thing. Kurt, I think it's already gone now, but one of the ones we sold, they put some 80/20 tires on it. It's got skid pans on it. The guy's gonna buy a 310R and he's gonna adventure ride it. How cool is that? We'll just go ahead and take this thing up top. Oh, you know what? All the signage I have down there. Ooh, maybe not. Always cracks us up that people think that's a good idea. Almost, it depends on what they're... Look out, she's fast. It's not quiet. This one runs. I'm sure that drives them nuts. We just keep piling these things up here. But we keep filling these 310s up, and you come up with the next one up, they're gone. But I think this 310 set right here is the one with the tire. Yeah. They're the, I think, Continental... I forget the name of them, but they're Continentals. That's pretty cool, huh? Alright, thanks for coming along. You guys remember Matt's F3 with the tranny? Yeah, he got that thing together. He's riding it kind of in a skeleton fashion just to make sure she shifts and everything. Oh, he's got his special little place there where he lets the cooling system purge itself. Is it raining or is it just wet? Yeah, it's raining. She sucked it down, huh? Well, that's a good sign. You gotta get that first burp. See you in the morning. Little woman and her craft projects. Down here in the rain.
I know it.
Didn't even wear my hat today or nothing.
Now your head's getting wet.
I thought it was gonna be all kinds of nice.
Well, we started out good till the very end.
Alright, I think they're coming down to shut this door, so we gotta go. Well, well, hello there, YouTube. So, you think we've got 2 vlogs to build tonight? Woo.
Oh,
that's gonna be a doozy. Tough. We'll get her done. I had to build the first one with the old, well, I mean, I could start over, but I kind of have everything set in the old iPad. Crazy. The weird little things that can
mess up technology.
Yeah.
For sure.
That deadgum trail cam or dash cam up there. Who would have thunk it?
I know.
Write protected file could cause. Well, I shouldn't have deleted that folder. I deleted the folder it was in, and that's when things went sideways. It shoved them things somewhere, and for whatever reason, and the extra files never showed up on everything else. They all synced together. It was just local on that one iPad. And it just got itself out of control there.
Oh,
it's pretty crazy.
Is an understatement.
Oh yeah, you ought to heard some less than pleasant words last night.
It was colorful.
Yeah. Finally, I don't know, it's almost 1 o'clock, whatever time it was. I said, that's it, I'm done. I just, there's no life in me. I was stressed out over that thing, trying to sort things out, searching. I can't believe I'm the only person that's had that problem. But
did better than me. I would have threw the iPad.
Too expensive, and that's my
I know, but
that's a very important tool to me.
Sometimes it loses its mind. It just goes.
Yeah, just over that one file. It's the only issue I've ever had with it. That's going on 2 years on that one. The other iPad, I used that for quite a while too.
Yeah.
They're tough.
They are.
Tough old gals. But anyway, on that, I need to let y'all go, so I got some videos to build.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Friday or Saturday.
Heck yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Alright. Let's build some videos.
You guys take care.
Stack them up on you.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Tomorrow's Friday, too.
Yes, Friday.
Heck yeah. Alright. See you then.